Well, hello there. Today we're going to talk about Carnival, or as we say here in Spain, Carnaval. Now, there's a big myth that Carnival was imported to Spain from South America. And in fact, the reverse is true. It was the Spanish colonialists who took Carnival from Spain to South America, and it became huge there. But it's also a really, really big event here in Spain, and it's absolutely massive in the Canaries. In fact, the first reference to Carnival in Canarian news and literature dates back to 1605. And even then they were talking about guys dressing up as women as part of the Carnival celebrations. Interestingly, during Franco's time from the 1940s, Carnival was banned. People weren't allowed to celebrate it. And the Canarians came up with a really good solution. They just changed the name to Winter Holiday. Now, the main thing about Carnival is that it's a big blowout before Lent, so it's very much based on religion. And it's about everyone having a massive party and a load of fun the night before the 40 days of abstinence kicks off. Now, here in Lanzarote, it always starts off in Arrecife with a week of events leading up to the main Carnival parade. And then it kind of rotates all around the island, and the dates can change for Carnival according to what the different ayuntamientos or town halls agree to do. But there will be a Carnival procession in Costa Teguise, one in Teguise, there'll be one in Aria, in Arrieta, in Playa Blanca, and so on and so forth. So it just kind of rolls around the island. There are some really serious diehards who attend all of them over the sort of 6 or 7 week period of Carnival, and there are others who just go to their home one or go to one where they know they're going to have a good time. The biggest is obviously in Arrecife. Now, there are events around Carnival that take place. For example, in Arrecife they have a drag queen show. In other places they have concerts and fireworks and lots of different kinds of events. What we're going to talk about today is the main event, which is the main Carnival parade, which usually starts early evening and goes effectively through the centre of each of the towns where it's taking place. Now, that main parade will have a number of things in it. There will definitely be batucada drummers, so that's the wonderful sound of Carnival, drummers with big bass drums and snare drums marching down the street in various outfits. There will be floats, often sponsored by local companies, carrying the Carnival Queen, for example, but also carrying groups of people having a good time, often dressed the same way, who will join in with the Carnival procession. And that's one of the key things about Carnival, that it's for everyone. It isn't something you should go along and kind of sit on the sidelines and watch. You should become a part of it. So ideally watch the start of the procession, and then where you see a bit that you can fit in with your group, just go on in and join in and sashay your way down the street with the Carnival procession. Now, Carnival here always has a theme, and each area chooses its own theme each year, generally based on a vote by local inhabitants. So in recent years we've seen Carnival themes like the Olympics, movies, Disney, jungle vibes and all those kind of things. So they just vary from year to year, and everyone goes out and buys or makes their own outfits as appropriate. You don't have to come in a theme, and you'll find that there are certain characters that you'll see at Carnival here at all of the carnivals every year. For example, there's always a Charlie Chaplin, there's usually a former President Trump, I've seen Putin there, and even Boris Johnson has been on carnivals, or someone dressed as him at least over the last few years. So there is a bit of a political element to it as well, and you'll see slogans. Gently taking the mickey is probably the cleanest way I can put it, of politicians and people from around the world. Now, I've mentioned the batucada drums, but music is a massive, massive part of Carnival. And what you'll see on a lot of the floats is huge speakers and often a DJ playing songs that are really blasted out at very high volume and designed to get everyone dancing and boogieing and having a great time. Now, when the procession ends, that's when the verbena kicks off, and that's the big party following Carnival. And wherever it ends, I mean, here in Aria, it's in the Plaza of Aria. In Puerto del Carmen, for example, it's in the Old Town Harbour, where everyone then congregates to join in with the party. And what you'll find in those areas is stalls all around chiringuitos selling hot dogs and drinks. The drink of Carnival is rum and coke, locally produced Canarian rum, normally from Ariucas over in Gran Canaria, and everyone just has a great time. There's often live music, and the party goes on until the early hours of the morning. So in summary, Carnival takes place here in the lead up to Easter. It always starts in Arrecife. Each area has a theme. Make a decision well in advance when you know the dates of which one you want to go to. And above all, join in. Don't sit and watch. Become a part of Carnival, because it's a joyous, it's a wonderful occasion where everyone has good fun and nobody misbehaves.